Right guys, welcome to part 2 of my little Ebro adventure. Now, if you haven't seen episode 1 where we cover vertical drift, head over to my YouTube channel and click the first video down. And that video has actually received a lot of positive comments to begin with, which I want to thank everyone for. Thank you for the positive energy, etc, etc. But in the first episode, there wasn't a lot of action. We've learned a lot about the fundamentals of vertical drift and it's been very educational. But with me missing that bite, I sort of felt obliged just to make it up to you guys a little bit, which is precisely why we're doing a part 2. Now, in this video, we're going to be covering brake lining. It's a very addictive way of fishing and probably my favorite one out the lot. I've been watching countless YouTube clips, watching brake line takes and seeing how savage they are, where the rod tip literally bends over double and then eventually this weak link just snaps off when you connect it into a fish. Now, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I'm not going to say too much about the method because that's all going to get covered in this next clip here. But I thought I owe it to you guys, so let's start off with a bang. Roll the clip.
Keep going,
Yeah.
don't pump. Don't pump, keep that leader, keep the leader going over. Don't pump, just keep going.
Yeah.
Let it go down.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
It's only a baby, but
It's a fish.
it's a fish.
We got one. And on a new method as well.
Yeah.
Put it there, boy. Yes.
Keep coming over.
Yeah. First brake line cat.
Right, just so you know, these little baby cats are so dangerous because they're so sporadic to move.
The smaller the mouth, the harder it is, right?
Well, it's just they move so quick compared to bigger cats.
Sure, much faster. Nice.
Okay.
First cat off a new method. Not the biggest in the world, but you know, start's a start. Yes, boys, happy days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, man.
Got that, put it there. Yeah. Right, Harry, so after releasing that cat,
Yeah.
it might be worth showing the people what we actually caught it on. So right here we've got the spot where the brake line snapped.
Yeah.
And if you can just walk us over exactly what happened during that take.
So, as the line comes out, this is the actual, this is the outrigging line here, and to the outrigger. And then this line here is the weak link, which is the brake line.
Yeah.
And that there snaps.
Sure, so that main bit is the strong braid or rope that we'll use to tie off to the tree.
Yeah.
And so this doesn't go anywhere, this always stays on the tree.
That always stays, and that's always stronger than your brake line.
Yeah, and then so this outrigger here is like a connector for the weak line that your main rod fishing line is connected to.
Yes.
So in order for that fish to take that bait off this rig here, you need to have a weak point in order for the fish to snap off to be in direct contact.
Kind of, almost. So what happens is, because this is tight here,
Yeah.
and then this is the outrigger here, this bit here, this is really for us as an angler to use. So when it does snap, because it's got a flotation,
Yeah.
it lands on the water, it's easy to find.
Sure.
You can get big chunky ones, but they're not very good because as soon as you get any type of wind or anything like that, also when you're going out at a far distance and you're brake lining at distance, because it's a lot heavier, it pulls everything down, it doesn't give you bait as much presentation either.
Right. Yeah.
So more and more anglers are switching over to the thinner style.
Cool.
Now, the brake line itself here, what happens is, as your rod, your main line's coming to it, and then your bait is presented down, if that catfish takes the bait and goes that way, like in this case, back under a tree to feed,
Yeah.
then your rod tip will bounce.
Yeah.
However, if the cat wants to go away from this area, then that's when this line snaps.
Yeah.
Now for us, what happened is, the rod tip was bang, bang, bang,
Going
bang,
forwards,
bang.
yeah.
And so it wasn't trying to come away, so it wouldn't have snapped this.
Right, so it was our contact with the fish that actually snapped this line.
It's our contact that snapped the line.
Right, okay. Yeah,
so, but if you didn't have this and you just ran straight through, like straight through a ring or something, you're not going to be able to break away from it.
No.
So what happens is when you get in the contact from your rod tip, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
We need to, as you did, wind down.
Yeah.
And really smack into it, and you're going to break this weak link.
Yeah.
Free that fish from this point, and that's it. You go out to river just as you did.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And it showed it worked in this case, right?
Yeah, and you played it beaut.
Yes, boy.
Okay.
Yes, and that's brake lining.
That's brake lining, yeah. That's the very basics, very simple of it.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful method, and it's probably the most beautiful traditional method there is.
Definitely. Watching that rod tip bent over was a good feeling.
That's good.
Good feeling. Yeah. Yes, boy.
Well, there you have it, folks, and that was brake lining covered. I hope it's given everyone a little bit more understanding of how the method works. It's basically to stabilize whatever bait you're using. It can work on a live bait, dead bait, worms, anything. And basically it's there to fight off the current. It's to keep all the line out of the water, so none of the line touches the actual river itself. This helps with things like current, weed flow. It means you're not constantly having to retrieve your rod over and over again, and the bait stays fishable throughout the time. Now, it was lovely to get off the mark. Like I say in the clip, not the biggest in the world, but it could have been £200, it could have been 10. If the method works, you can catch anything. This next part here isn't actually a part of the CAT-TEX skills camp. Me and Harry were covering the traditional style of angling, where you can fish live bait, worms, dead baits. However, the Ebro is most famous for pellet fishing itself. Now, we had two guys next to us who were doing their own pellet fishing, and I just couldn't resist having a go on one of the rods. Now, they put me to work. I was drilling my own pellets, boating the actual rod out itself, with Paul in the boat getting the rig out for me. And yeah, I just want to show you the next few clips as a sort of an add-on to the trip for me. With me having learnt a bunch of stuff, new methods, new tactics, I just thought it was nice just to squeeze in a bit of pellet fishing in between. And I'm glad now that I did, because this next clip will show you why. Right.
Hey Rob. There we go, there we go. Yeah, get the ball off. That's it. Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, and he was touching him and it just jingled a few times, didn't it? Like,
Yeah.
take it in there, just pump it. And
Yeah.
just fucking watch your lines. You know what you're fucking doing.
It's alright, mate.
He can go under it.
Yeah.
He can
Rob,
go,
tell you what, shine a light like through, yeah, so it's in the back of me.
Did it go under?
No, it's alright. Keep playing it.
oh no, if he could go under it. Yeah, you keep playing.
No, I'm coming. It's over.
That one's dead now.
Yeah.
Can't have it on this one.
Yes, lad.
Well done, boy.
Get in.
Well done.
Relax that, Rob.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Nice one. Fucking hell, thank you, lads.
Don't worry, mate. My line's there, fucking told you before.
Oh, mate, nice one.
Well
fucking-
done, Eric. Well done, mate.
Yeah, man, well done on
I
that.
think you might have your...
First and then, oh yeah.
You got this through?
Yeah. All good. Right, shoulder.
Yep.
Your
Right.
shoulder edge.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, 90,
£43.
96, take off 7, 89, mate. You've got
Yes,
the PB.
BB, let's
Well
go.
done, mate.
Let's go.
Bang it!
£2.
Boop, boop, boop.
Right.
So after Paul reweighed the sling, he's actually given me 90.5 for that fish. But 89.90, it didn't really matter to me. I was absolutely buzzing. So that week, I visited the River Ebro all by myself. I've met a great bunch of lads. I've learned some tips, methods, tactics that I thought I'd never get to learn ever. And I finished the week off on a PB. Now, what more could you really want from that trip? Now, next session, when we go out back in May, we're going to be covering things in a little bit more detail. There was a couple of clips there that I just didn't have enough to make a full video out of. So hopefully we'll get that all covered in May when we go back out. But for the time being, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think. Hit like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day. See you later.